Bro, do you hear yourself though? You not gonna come get them?
Okay, first of all, where are my kids at?
They in the house. Why do it matter what they have? You not come get them?
In that case, no, I'm not coming to get them. You took me to court. You damn near made me lose my job. You took these kids out of state. You think I'm not gonna fucking come and get them?
But where I was gonna take? I live in Georgia. Where I was gonna take them, bro? And did you lose your job? You ain't lose your job, right?
That's what you wanted. You wanted them so bad. Have them. That's what you wanted. Now you got it.
Right. Listen. Oh my God! But when you had custody, bro, I was still there helping. I was still helping when you had custody. Can you come? I gotta work. Can you come get them?
No, I cannot. I'm on my way to Cabo.
Bro, all you listen. All you wanna do is argue, bro. That's why I went to court in the first place. It's cool. Bye, man. I can't do it, bro. Oh my God, unfit mom as fuck, bro. That's why I took the kids in the first place.
Now this is just mad funny, right? This is just mad funny because you don't want to be the mother of the child, because that's what a lot of you women expect men to do. Oh yeah, this is your child. You still need help. They use it all day. But now because this man won full custody, you're going to be bitter and you're going to be spiteful, and you're not going to want to help. Right now, you're not going to want to help. And the comments are even worse. These are your stereotypical Pookieshas. These are your stereotypical bitter baby mothers. Like, let's just look at the comments, right? So at least the first comment has some common sense. But somebody says, so since she doesn't have custody, she don't want to take care of the kids no more. So by y'all logic, dads don't have to take care of kids if they don't have custody, because most of your fathers don't have full custody, don't even get partial custody. They'll get like freaking 2 days or whatnot. They'll only get 2 days or whatnot. But a lot of them kind of go through what DDG is going through. Then women will also judge a father by how often they can put this man through the ringer and he's willing to go out his way to try to make sure he can see his child. A father, they will also judge a father by saying, hey, well, listen, how much money are you going to be giving me? That also determines if you're a good father or not. But then turn around, and when a father brags that he take care of his child by paying child support, women will then turn around and say, well, no, that doesn't mean you're a good father. You just paying child support. They will always move the goalposts. And then as you can see in the comments here, a lady says, no backsies, LOL. Then somebody else says, why did you call her? And why did you record thinking we was going to be on your side? Then somebody else says, you wanted full custody. Welcome to parenthood. Then somebody else says, that's how mom feels when dads don't help. Welcome to single parenthood. But once again, 70 to 80% of your fathers help their children. So 70 to 80% of your fathers take care of their children. But women want to keep using these quote unquote excuses, these freaking minute examples that only Pookies don't take care of their children. And once again, these are the same men we tell women to stay away from, but they still follow their intuition and date them. But yet they say that their intuition is all out this world. This is your stereotypical sisters. These are your stereotypical black women. And you're going to say, hey, well, you know what, guess what? Now we're going to really not even go out of way to help you. Imagine if all women thought like that. Well, you know what? Well, guess what? Because we think about the small men that don't take care of their children, we're going to use that against you. So we're going to expect all y'all men to take care of the children. We don't want to have nothing to do with it. But then these are going to be the same women that's going to come down the road later on down the road and say, well, nah, this is still my child. I still want to take care of it. I still want to do this. But you never came through and help. Now imagine if men put women through the ringer the same way women put men through the ringer. But you will never see that. You will never hear that. Why? Because men just don't do that. You never heard a man keep his child away from his mother. You never heard a man sit over here and try to make it very hard for his mother to sit here and see his child. Now, some people might say, hey, well, dude, you just did a court video where a woman brought baby father to court because he wouldn't give over the child. Well, why is that? Right? Why is that? Let's hear from the horse's mouth.
The defendant multiple times if he could return my child, if I could come get my child, and he ignored me the whole time. My child is only 8 weeks. I have not seen her in 3.5 weeks.
All right. Sir, why hasn't this child seen...
Excuse me, I can't hear you.
Why hasn't this child seen the mother for 3.5 weeks?
Well, it was more to it than that. She was threatening me and sending the police at me. I told her, well, we was going to go through all that. I might as well.
Does that have to do with Yeah, because she wants to see her kid.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was okay with that. I told her, well, why would I go around you threatening to harm me? If something happened to you, then I'm gonna be the one in jail. So I said, well, just go through the court process, and I don't mind her getting her baby, Your Honor. I'm not trying to keep the baby from her, none of that. I just told her I want 50-50 custody because she has her emotional times where she will keep the baby from me. I don't know why she ain't just gonna make say I'll just kind of keep the baby, where she kept that baby from me at the beginning of the fucking pregnancy.
A very valid reason, if you ask me. He's saying that, hey, listen, we already see how the courts is. Y'all only favor women. Number one, she constantly keep holding the kid away from me. I had a struggle to sit over here and see my child. So when I do get the opportunity to see my child, and y'all are not really willing to do much in the court, okay, then we're just gonna play. We're just gonna play the petty game. I would just hold over the child. I know she's gonna take me to court anyway. That's fine. We just handle it in the court. But he does not mind giving the child over to the mother. He has a good excuse. That's a good reason. But yet here women are today, they just come up with something to try to keep the child away from the father, just so they can go through the struggle by themselves. Let's read, bro, listen, let's read some more. Then somebody else says, if she's unfit, why you want her to come get them? Because once again, you can still be unfit, but at the end of the day, when we're saying unfit, if you're taking your child away from the father, that means you're an unfit mother because you're not doing everything it takes to make sure that child succeeds. So you're keeping the child away from the father because you're bitter towards the father. That's being unfit because the child needs the father in his life. But once again, continue to be disingenuous. Then somebody else says, you wanted them, now thug it out like most of us. Laugh out loud, you'll be fine. Then somebody else says, figure it out like us moms do. These are a lot of single mothers, man. They're so bitter, disgusting, sick. That's why they're in the position that they're in, bro. And they have the stereotype that they have. Then somebody else says, you fought for full custody, you won. What is the issue? Then somebody else says, she is not wrong. You want to be daddy of the year? Be that. Then somebody else says, why I feel like he knew she was going to Cabo and want to tell her to come get her kids. Then somebody else says, why you take her to court? Out of spite, or is she unfit? If she's unfit, why are you called and expecting help? I needed to make it make sense. These women are so disingenuous and disgusting. It just validates why they are in the position that they are in, why they cannot lock down a man. They're upset because they lost custody. They're upset because, hey, now a man gets to be the father that he wants to be. Now you're upset because he gets to be the father that he wants to be. And shout out to this sister, man, on TikTok, bro, because she had to set these sisters straight. This is the main reason why a lot of your women are spiteful. A lot of your sisters become single mothers and become bitter single mothers.
A guy sent me a post yesterday, and the post basically said, why might some women take on single motherhood versus giving the child to the father full time or allowing the father to get full custody of the kid? And my reason that I think most women would rather struggle than give the kid to the father is because, first and foremost, most women love to play victim. Most women are obsessed with being in a victimized state of mind. Most women know that they will get benefits and government assistance from them children. So if they give the children to the father, then how will they get ahead in life? Another reason why women are not going to be quick to hand a father custody of a child is because women love to whine, women love to complain, women love to look for reasons to blame the father, blame the man. Women understand that there's a lot of benefit with a child as a single mother. Women understand that there is a lot of free housing, free food, free Medicaid. There's a lot of people that's going to automatically feel sorry for a woman when she's a single mom. It allows them to sink in sorrow, and it allows them to just be able to just play that victim role. Oh my God, I'm a single mom. His dad's not available. His dad won't do this. His dad won't do that. Whole time there's a father that's saying, just give me the child if you're struggling with the child. But why would they give y'all the child when that will snatch away their get ahead in life? That's going to snatch away their benefits in life. Because most fathers are not going to just be quick to run to government assistance when they take on their child. Most men are going to take on their child and they're just going to simply do what needs to be done. But women need that step ahead. So they're not going to hand y'all over a child that's helping them to get ahead in life. They're just not. Another reason why a woman is not going to be quick to give a father full custody is for attachment reasons. You know, some women really be attached to the fathers of their children. A lot of women don't even be wanting the children per se. They just be wanting the long time, lifetime connection with that man through that child. So if that man says, here, just give me my kid, you pretty much pops the bubble of her delusion. Like, she wants to still feel connected to that man in some way. So no, she's not going to just hand over the child, because you're not going to take her out of her delusional thought process. You're just absolutely not going to do that. To be honest, being a victim allows most women to escape their reality, and it allows them to escape accountability. Also, women love to be able to control the narrative. They love to be able to make the father look like he's the bad guy. And the only way that a woman is willing to literally put aside her feelings and allow a father to step in and really parent his child is when she's fully healed from whatever they had going on. Most women only bank and grade the father's fathering based off how she feels about him. So if she still likes him, but they're not working out, she's going to keep that child away from him, because it helps her to feel as though she's controlling something. And now, because you didn't love me the way I wanted to be loved, I'm not going to let you love what you love the way you want to love it, because I loved you and you didn't love me the way I wanted to be loved. So I'm not going to let you love your baby, because I know it's going to hurt your feelings like you hurt mine. Women play a lot of mind games. So unfortunately, until a woman has thoroughly healed through whatever that man has put her through, if that's one of the cases, or until that woman is just, out of her feelings, most men are going to suffer when it comes to trying to be there to take care of their children. So to answer your question, in a nutshell, a woman is not going to hand over a child to a man, because that leaves her with no control, and that leaves her with no way to get ahead in life, being that child will give her all of the free assistance and all of the sorrow and all of the extra hands of, oh, it's okay. They like that. Women love to feel like, somebody got them.
Once they lose that kid, they lose that leverage. Now, once again, they hold men up to these crazy ass standards, saying that, hey, well, listen, as a man, you can only, we're going to restrict you to only seeing your child for 2 days. And we're going to force you and use that as plausible deniability to force you to come up out of your paycheck to give us some money, right? To give us some money, to give the courts and me some money, but also use another deniability that, hey, well, guess what? You still got to take care of this child, because, hey, well, this child is still taking up my air. This child still, riding in my car and all of this stuff. So you got to pay for all of that too. And we'll really say that's enough, right? That's all you got to do. And a man does that, and he brags about paying his part, paying his child support. Women will still tear him down and say, bro, that does not mean you're doing much as a father. You still need to be there for the child. Well, I'm trying to be there, but y'all women keep using the system against me. Women not trying to hear that. Women are not trying to hear that. They're like, well, you can't sit over here, man. Go to court and figure that out. But you sitting over here thinking that you're just that you're paying your part of child support. That's not enough. But then fast forward, when it comes down to these women, if I'm getting full custody, you're probably going to be paying up some money. You're probably going to be giving up some money. But the fact that generally the women are not going to be paying up any money. And then this is how they're thinking. This is how they feel. Oh, well, the child is in your hand. You can take care of it. Forget it. Blah, blah, blah. Once again, men fight for having 50-50 custody, but they can't even get that. They can't even freaking get that. They only get 2 days out of the week. And men still do whatever it takes just to make it happen. But women, they're spiteful. They're vindictive. And then when they lose custody, they get really vindictive. They get really spiteful. There are too many videos that I've reacted to where it proves that. But hey, man, these are the same women, man, that swear that they're boss babes. Those comments that I just read, these are the same women that swear that they're boss babes, that swear that they got their life in control, swear, man, that, hey, they don't need a man to survive, no nothing. And also the same ones that say, men are not emotional, men need to show empathy, this, that, and the third. Not a single sister up in here showed any respect, any empathy. Well, you know what? He has custody of the child. He wants to take care of his child. You can't even be there to help him out. At least he has full custody, so at least you don't have to carry most of the burden. But hey, like I said, man, welcome to the sisterhood. That's your sisterhood right there. That is your sisterhood right there. A bunch of bitter single mothers who can't find a man, who can't get a man, who makes bad decisions and blame everybody else for it. I mean, that's your sisterhood, bro. That is your sisterhood. But do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.